Well, hello, everybody. Happy Thursday, and hope everybody is hanging in there. Welcome to ABT Throwback Thursday. I am your host, Kurtis Overby, and as always, I want to thank you for tuning in. Make sure you like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. We've got all these wonderful programs, things happening, going around during this whole crazy time. Boy, do we have a show for you tonight. Oh man, I have two incredibly talented gentlemen that have been killing it since being on the stage at ABT. Heard from the Broadway cast, and most recently, Pretty Woman the Musical. I got Mr. Tommy Bracco. Hey, buddy.
Hi, I love you.
I love you too. Production Aladdin on Broadway, Mr. Mark DiConzo. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Hey, I also love you.
And Facebook world, if you have questions for these two crazy, incredibly talented gentlemen, please send those our way. Just send those questions in the comment section below, and I'll try to get to as many as I can. Make sure they're appropriate. Don't get if they're mean comments, just go to someone else's page and put them on there. But we're just going to chat with these two wonderful human beings for a little while. So let's get started. Hey, Mark.
Hey!
Tell us, how did you get started in this business? Where
Hitchhiking. It was a long road. I actually started as a competitive dancer in high school and then started doing some community theater. I think my first show I ever did was Can Can. And as soon as I did my first musical of Can Can, I just fell in love with the craft and continued on through college. Went to Hofstra University on Long Island, came into New York City with zero money and a dream. And here we are.
Didn't we all?
Yes.
And Tommy, how did you get started in this crazy show business stuff?
I went to LaGuardia High School for drama. And afterwards I auditioned for Guys and Dolls at Arizona Broadway and then did it, and it was so fun. And then I got bit by the bug and kept doing it.
Oh, I forgot that was your first show. Wow.
I have to be reminded, I have to take classes up. I have to be reminded that that was the first kid right out of the LaGuardia School of the Arts, right?
Mm-hmm. I dropped out of college for it.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I went to college for one semester, and then I went to Marymount just like as an undeclared major. And I started auditioning, and then I went to your dance call, and
I'm sorry.
And it was the best. And then I was like, I'm leaving school to go be on Broadway in Arizona.
Oh my God.
There he is.
Oh my God!
Look at that.
Mark, that's amazing.
That's my my goal when we come out of this. I want to be able to do that. So you might have to have some private Zoom lessons with me and get me stretching.
Let's do it.
Look at that.
My gosh.
Well,
that's amazing.
This kind of leads me to my next question. What shows were you guys in at ABT? Just to let everybody know. I know exactly every single show you've been in. I've known both of you for the better part of a decade, actually longer than
more than a decade now, right?
More than 10
yeah.
years I've known.
Yeah.
What shows have you been in at ABT? Mark?
Oh, that was for me? This was my first show, and here I am. I'm hugging your leg. That was Cabaret. I don't know if you can see it, everybody.
Oh, yeah, Cabaret.
There he is.
Wow.
And Kurtis was the greatest MC ever. Christmas Carol, Guys and Dolls, Miss Saigon, Les Mis, Little Mermaid, and Best Little Whorehouse, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, the anthology of DiConzo.
And they were all amazing productions.
Oh my gosh, we have a lot of people watching. Just saying hi Barbara, hi Adam Berger, hi Berger.
Hi Berger.
Berger.
Hey buddy, how's it going? Hope everybody's doing well. Again, if you send some questions to these two gentlemen, I'm sure they'll be more than happy to answer them. So let's talk about some of your experiences at ABT. what was one of your favorite experiences at ABT?
It was just the best. Like it was like a big family. And I only did one show with you guys, but I was welcomed into the family immediately, and I still feel like I'm a part of it even all these years later. And that's a testament to who ABT is, because I don't feel like that with every group that I've worked with.
Oh, that's very sweet.
Yeah, so in terms of experience, it's like the people. It was even more so the people in charge. You, Cass, Kyle. It was the best. Yeah.
Well, that means a lot. That means a lot. Thank you very much. And for you, Mark, what was one of your favorite experiences about working at ABT?
I remember when I first got cast and I was looking at production photos from all your previous work, and I was just amazed at what you guys produced out there. So I was so pumped to learn that there'd be a slide in Cabaret on stage. We all got to slide down, and you know, you come out of jobs with friends, and then you come out of jobs with family. And I feel like I came out of my experiences at ABT with a family, and it's grown ever since. I've met some amazing people that I haven't worked with at your theater through your theater when you guys come back into the city for auditions, and I've collaborated with a lot of people since working there, and it's really just created a really large artistic community that's become family, and it's amazing.
Also, Kurtis, your choreography. Like, it was so much fun. The Crapshooters Ballet and Guys and Dolls was amazing. I was like, it was so eye-opening, like, just like mind-blowing, because I'm like, oh my God, this is what doing a show in theater feels like. I didn't know before that, but like flipping on the stage, and you just like really got to know each dancer and choreographed the show based on what our strengths were. And it was like I was doing, like, from the moment that number started to the moment that it ended, I was nonstop. It was like the craziest boot camp that I'd ever been a part of. And I grew up as a competitive dancer, and it was nothing compared to what we were doing at ABT. It was amazing.
That's very, very kind of you. And you both were in Guys and Dolls.
Yeah. He was my star.
That Crapshooters Ballet was incredible. Incredible.
So good.
I just remember trying to get two of you, I think it was you and Jack Leone, to do a back handspring
off of the set. That's how it started.
Yeah.
The time was rough. It was, because we had to do it in the dark too. So like literally there's a blackout from the number before. We go onto the stage in the blackout. We step up onto a platform on the set. And as soon as the lights come up, the music comes on, and we had to be mid-tuck on the first beat of the music. And it was like, we were like, how do we know when to come in? And we were like, just figure it out. I was like, okay, cool, great. We did.
And then that same scaffolding was on casters and came unlocked, and we moved it around. It was incredible.
The scaffolding was nuts. And then we had to, like, we were on the scaffolding, and then, oh my God, I'm literally getting up. So we were on the scaffolding, and then we would do like a stick, hold on to the bars and go whew, outside, like hanging over the end. It was so fun. It was the best.
That was so much.
It was hard.
It was very hard. We were all out of breath backstage after that number.
Dead.
Okay, so let's get to some juicy stuff. We have a lot of people watching. Hello, everyone. I love you all. Oh my gosh. Morgan is watching, and Jason Simon, and Liz, and Jamie. Hello, everybody. How are you?
Wait, Morgan?
Morgan Springer is watching.
Morgan. Oh, Morgan Springer, yes. What's the other Morgan's last name? The one, the blonde dancer. I forgot her last name.
She got married.
Right.
Rudolph.
That's right.
I'll never forget the story when she auditioned for you. She came in. Wait, I'm frozen. Can you hear me?
You're there, yeah.
Okay. I'll never forget Morgan's story when she auditioned for you. She came in and knocked a bunch of stuff over, and you looked at her and go, drunk. And she was like, how does he know?
It's a true story right there. That is
She was really hungover.
Oh, throwing her under the bus.
It's my favorite story.
She'll tell you, exactly. So, okay, so let's get to some fun stuff. What has been, I know everyone has one. I know I did when I was auditioning. What has been your most embarrassing audition, Mark DiConzo?
Oh, God. Well, I split my pants in one, but it doesn't touch the one that I was looking for survival work in the fall season one year, and it was to host a haunted house and be like the guide through the haunted house. And I had to do this monologue and turn to this ravenous beast in the middle of it. And I turned into this ravenous beast, and I tried to do a pratfall, and I actually smacked my face on the floor and got up and was semi-conscious, and then fell into the table and knocked everything over and finished it and left. And I had a giant welt on my face for like at least a month. I thought I was going to have to go to the hospital. And I remember signing an NDA for it because they were going to make a reel out of them. And I just prayed that it wouldn't end up on the internet somewhere because it was just horrific.
And up on the internet, can we find it on YouTube?
It did not end up on the internet. I did not book the job. And yeah, it hurts just thinking about it.
Gosh, you were committed.
Yeah.
And Tommy, what's been one of the most embarrassing auditions that you have had?
All right, so the most embarrassing audition I've had was my first audition. This is prior to ABT. I was auditioning for High School Musical at Paper Mill Playhouse, and I was auditioning as a local because I'm in Staten Island, so it was close to Jersey. So I drove to Jersey. Well, my dad drove me to Jersey, and I sat in the back of the seat. I was warming up my voice, all nervous, excited. Never been to an audition before. I had my binder, my book, ready to show the pianist. I had 2 songs in my book, Cry for Me from Jersey Boys and Gaston from Beauty and the Beast. So I go into my first audition and I do my slate. Hi, my name is Tommy Bracco. Oh, wait, am I frozen? Oh, no. Can you guys see me?
I see you.
Okay, cool. So I go into the audition and I say, I'm all nervous. I'm excited. Hi, my name is Tommy Bracco, and I will be singing Cry for Me from Jersey Boys. And the girl who I was auditioning for literally goes, oh my God. No. Do you have anything else? And I'm like, yes, I have Gaston from Beauty and the Beast. And she goes, no. Oh my God, no. What else do you have? And I said, nothing. I had nothing else. So I literally was just shitting my pants. I was so ready, so nervous. It was my first time. Oh God, I cursed. I'm sorry. But it was literally, I was so scared. I was pale as a ghost in that moment. I felt like I was going to just like, my heart was going to come out of my butt. And I literally was just like, I don't have anything else. I'm so sorry. And she goes, you have nothing else? No. You know what? Just sing happy birthday. So now I'm panicking because I'm just like, this is so embarrassing. I was so excited. It's my first audition ever. And I walk in and it's going horribly. So she wants me to sing happy birthday. Happy birthday. I was so nervous, shaking. What's it called? Yeah, so then afterwards she looks at my resume and she goes, you tumble, right? And I was like, yes. And she goes, okay, just go to the callback. It's fine. But and I didn't book the job, honestly, which is fine. But it was the most embarrassing audition. I will never forget that till the day I die. That feeling of just like panic. Oh my gosh, this is so horrible. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have no other songs and I'm not making this woman happy. It was the worst feeling in the world.
Do you seize up now when you sing happy birthday? Do you seize up a little bit with the memory?
If they don't, they're like, Tommy, do you have anything else? I'm like, have a good day. And I just walk out.
It's a crazy world that we live in. Auditions can get pretty brutal.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get to some more juicy stuff. Tommy, we'll go to you first. You just seen on, well, not just seen, but you were on Big Brother
Yep.
recent season. Okay, so tell us about that experience. That's completely different from your times on stage, or was it?
Ooh.
It was really different because I always, like, what I say is that when you're on stage, it tests what you can do. When you're doing a show like Big Brother or a reality show, it tests who you are. So that's, like, in a nutshell, the biggest two differences, or the biggest difference between the two. You know, you're tested by, and granted, in theater also, it's work ethic, so therefore it is who you are as well. But even more so with Big Brother, it's how good is your word? Are you going to backstab? Are you going to, what are your morals? How far are you willing to go to get ahead? It's all that kind of stuff. It's more testing who you are, which I also really enjoyed.
Yeah, and now, had you been a fan of Big Brother prior to going and auditioning for that?
Yeah, it's my favorite show. I'm obsessed with it. Funny enough, a lot of people in our industry really like the show. It's like when I got out, I was surprised to see how many, like, agents, managers, casting directors reached out, and they were like, I have to tell you, I'm obsessed with the show. Like, watched it all summer. Great job. There's a lot of people in our industry. I think there's something about just the social experiment aspect of it, that studying of people that draws our people from our field in.
Sure, and I also think it's a little bit kind of what we do in a sense. Like, we ABT hires people and we house them, and they have to live together and work together, and that is very similar. It's a little more extreme with Big Brother, I'm sure, but you know, it's kind of that same kind of thing. You know, put a group of people together and see what happens. It's not always.
You're 100% right. Literally, you're 100% right. It's 16 strangers move into a house together. They have to learn to get along, vote each other out, and they compete for power and money, I guess, is whoever's in first place gets money. But it's true that all of the other contestants, the other house guests, they weren't used to, I mean, with theater, we literally meet a new group of people from all over the country, people from all over the place that have different work ethics, that have different personalities, and we have to learn to adapt to each other and get along with each other and stay a family. We do that all the time. That's a skill that I have possessed. Possessed? Does that make sense? That's a skill that I have based on from doing this for years now, for a decade. But not everybody can say that. So it was definitely a strategy.
Well, we're getting, you should have won.
Yes.
Thanks.
So that's kind of fun. We've got some people out there that wish you would have won. I wish you would have won as well. Mark, now you've been on Blue Bloods and Madam Secretary, their show. For those that don't know, what's the biggest difference between acting for the screen as opposed to the stage?
I think it's really about reining it in, but having the same intention that you would have on stage. I remember when I shot my first television show, I was super green, and it was for Ugly Betty, and my line I said so loud as if I was on a proscenium, and the mic, the guy with the boom operator was like, "Jesus, dude, come on!" So I kind of learned very quickly. But yeah, I would say it's getting your intention across with the most minute. Most minute attention as you can compared to theater. You know?
I mean, I'm sure those were incredible experiences for you as well. I mean, we do have a thing here on the Throwback Thursday that we like to call "It's Time to Name Drop." So, so it's time to name drop. And if I had a whole thing, it would just be like, bloop. Right there. So, Mark, we'll start with you. Having workshopped Blue Bloods and Madam Secretary and Person of Interest and some really mainstream television shows. Who have you worked with? You can name drop. And who was the nicest person that you worked with?
I worked with Alan Cumming in Instinct, Donnie Wahlberg, obviously, Kelly O'Hare, Lucy Liu, Denzel Washington, Michael Emerson. I would have to say Michael Emerson on Person of Interest was the most welcoming and just humble guy. I didn't have a lot of off-screen time with a lot of the other actors, because you're shuffling through long days on set. But Michael Emerson really took the time to have a chat with me and sit in the green room with me and in the trailers and just kind of hang out. And I really appreciated that. I felt like I was really welcome to set.
Very cool. Oh my gosh. And I have a couple more questions.
I also worked with Kurtis Overby and Tommy Bracco.
Yes!
I am sorry for that.
Boom!
So Tommy, all right, it's time for you to name drop. And who has been the nicest person that you've worked with?
When I name drop, it's so hard. I don't know. Okay, so I did a show with Bobby Cannavale. That was cool. He's really impressive. He's amazing too. He's so talented. He takes the work very seriously. I did the Hairy Ape with him, and he is just very into his craft, and I just admire him so much for that. And he was so cool. It was great. Yeah. Jeremy Jordan was the lead of Newsies. I don't know, does that count? And Samantha Barks was the lead of Pretty Woman, and she's my favorite because she's one of my best friends. I love her so much. And then Julie Chen is the host of Big Brother, and she's a Queens girl, so her and I would connect over that. She's a New Yorker. I love her. She's a goddess. She's on a cloud. She's on another level. Yeah. So I guess those are my name dropping people. Kurtis Overby and Mark DiConzo.
Oh.
That's good to know. So we've got a couple of questions. Mark from Facebook. Mark, tell us about your opening night as Jafar. So tell everybody how this works for you.
So for Aladdin, I had 3 weeks to learn my ensemble track as Razoul and a dancer, and also Jafar and the Sultan. And I was put into my regular track. Actually, I was put into Jafar first because they needed the coverage in the show first. And I think the first time I went on, it was just unforgettable, but forgettable at the same time because your adrenaline is just so spiked. It's been my dream to be a Disney villain since I can remember first wanting to don the stage for the rest of my life. And the magnitude of pressure I put on myself in general as a perfectionist was hard to curb that and just try to enjoy it. And I find that every time I get the opportunity to play Jafar, I'm honing it even more and really just sinking my teeth into what that is and how hard I've worked to get to that moment to be able to do it. And that first night it was a rush. And I literally left and went, I hope I said all my lines. I have no idea. Because it was just a flash.
Sure. And so Tommy, now you were in the original cast of both Newsies and Pretty Woman.
Yep.
So tell us about how that, creating a show, what does that feel like? How does that work? I think we all kind of get a somewhat of an idea, but they're constantly cutting songs and cutting scenes and lines and throwing new things at you every day. How did that work for you?
Yeah, that's 100% true. They're constantly giving new material. Previews is the toughest part. You come into your dressing room every day, and there's a stack of papers this thick of new material that needs to be performed in the show that night. It's so crazy and so intense. But it's also, I think, the most rewarding. You get to bring yourself to the track, and they build the track around you.
Mm-hmm.
Which is so freaking cool because then you're a part of that show for forever. From now on, whenever they teach Pretty Woman, they're going to do what I helped create. And that's like so freaking cool. Like that's incredible.
Yeah.
Same thing with Newsies. Yeah, it's what a gift, what a reward it is to originate roles. It really is. It's my favorite.
Very, very cool. So are there any projects in the near future that you guys can talk about and share with us, or are they all kind of hush-hush right now? Mark?
I actually just I was hired to shoot a commercial with my newborn son in our apartment. I can't say the product, but it's coming out later and around Father's Day. And it was really, really cool to shoot with my son in our apartment. My wife hated every second of it because I had to black out the windows and she felt like we were in a cave. But she was amazing, and you know it spoke to what we're going through right now, and as in humanity, like what we're going through with the COVID situation and how terrifying it is, and these companies are starting to think outside of the box. So
yeah.
I may have lost you, buddy. I hope not.
Hello.
Did I lose you, Tommy?
Can you hear me?
I can
you hear me now?
I got you back. I got you.
But anyway, yeah. So it was a quick commercial, and I shot it over a week with our son in our apartment, and I'm excited to put that out in the world.
Yes, you have a son. Oh my gosh, he's adorable. Miles, correct?
Yep, he's adorable thanks to his mama.
Who was also on the ABT. Miss Kelly.
Yeah.
She was in 42nd Street and White Christmas.
Yeah, and your tap choreography was insane in that show. I saw it every night I was there visiting. It was just, I don't know how it's humanly possible for people to tap that fast.
We had fun doing that. It was so much fun. Oh my gosh, everybody's watching. Hi, James Rio. Do you know who you are? And Adam Z. Hey, Adam Zuick. So good to see and that you guys are watching. Hope everybody's staying safe and healthy out there. So, hey guys, tell us how we can follow you both on social media. Tell us, Mark.
Bald Man Archives on Instagram.
Bald Man Archives on Instagram. Awesome. I love that. So, love that. Partial there.
Hey.
And Tommy, where can we follow you?
I'm at Tommy Bracco.
At Tommy Bracco.
Yep.
Easy peasy.
Can't mess that up. Hey, Tommy, will you sing happy birthday for us?
What? Oh, God. I was like, is it Kurtis's birthday?
I did get a request from Morgan. Tommy, can you please give us a I'm traveling at the speed of light?
Oh, my God, wait. Hold on.
Oh, goodness. He's gonna...
Going back in the closet.
He's got props. He's got props. Oh, my gosh. This could be fun. Oh, my word. Oh, are we being too loud for the baby? I don't know if he's asleep.
Oh, no, he's done. He's out.
There he is.
I'm traveling at the speed of light. I had to wear this helmet in the show. It was part of my costume. It was horrible. It was a punishment. And I had to go around the house screaming, I'm traveling at the speed of light, smell, and sound. And there was all these punishment things. It was horrible.
Oh, my.
Yay, Morgan. Oh.
Well, guys, it has been so much fun talking to you. I miss both of you immensely, and I hope that you're both being safe and healthy and spending time with those babies and your family and your friends that are inside your house, not outside. But hopefully you guys are healthy and safe, and I miss you and I love you. I just want to say thank you again to these wonderful, wonderful guys. Do you have anything that you want to say to us on your Facebook?
Stay safe and never stop creating.
Oh, that's good. Tommy.
I just want to give a shout out to ABT. I love you guys so much. I miss Kurtis so much, and you, Mark, too. But really, it's the best freaking company ever. It's the best theater. I can't wait till you guys are back up and running.
Thank you.
Same.
We feel the same way. Gosh, I want to be back. It'll be 10 weeks tomorrow. So,
wow.
Yeah. So yeah, well, everybody, I want to thank you guys for tuning in and sending in your questions and watching us goofballs just to have a conversation for about half an hour. So hopefully you guys will join us tomorrow night. It will be our cabaret, our 10th episode. And they're going to keep going until we're back in the theater. But we hope you guys can watch us. We'll be here on Facebook at 7:30 Arizona time. That's 10:30 on the East Coast if you're watching. So join us tomorrow night. And of course, we've got all of our other programming. So check out Facebook and like us on Facebook and watch us and join us and follow us on Instagram as well. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. I love you both. Mwah. Thank you so much for joining. I love you. And I love everybody out there as well. We'll talk to you soon and we'll see you soon. Have a great
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody. Stay safe.